if you mostly know what you're doing, you should mostly finish all 10 chapters by the end of day 4. This is an end of day 4 check on where we are right now. Let's start with Green Pursuit. So with Green Pursuit, I stopped at Whitney Nightmare. The reason is quite theatrical. I'm not on level 35 to try Nikonana. I would love to try Nikonana because this will drop the first red modules which we will need, or red shells that we will need eventually. Threshold. I still have a problem to sustain my team. So right now Nightmare 3 is a bit problematic temporarily. I'm almost there to beat the opponent, but unfortunately the problem is that I can do a double healer setup, but my second healer would then be Sanya, and Sanya is green and red just burns green away. You know, fire beats earth or fire beats grass. So this is the issue. Doki Doki, same thing. Nightmare 2. I haven't frankly tried Nightmare 3 because in the missions I only had to clear Nightmare 2 and this is fine so far. I'm still missing a speed critical rate module, so I will need to farm this a bit more in the future, but I also need to farm more shells that are at least golden. And Aurora, I'm on Heart 2 right now, or no, sorry, Heart 3. I'm a bit confused about it, and I think Nightmare 1 is gonna be doable. So this is day 4, but I don't have a large selection of units. Investigation went as far as I could, 22, and the last 3 ones depend on me finishing the game, which is gonna happen quite soon. And then we have the GP outpost. For example, for red I finished all 12, and whenever I farm I go all the way to the end and farm there. Now, regarding the async echoes, see that Doki Doki is done, so I got the golden lattice, and Chiaki is next. In the next mission I'll need to finish Dahlia, but first I thought I would beat the game. And Ember Check, I'm on level 17, I finished 17, and 18 is still where I stopped. I would need to basically get better shells and then it would be a piece of cake as well. Now let's see if I am in a position to finish the game. It says to be continued, but I don't think it's gonna drop anytime soon. So this is the 10th and final chapter when we sneaked in Doki Entertainment and we're gonna face Doki Doki, but hint, this Doki Doki is not the final boss of the game. Someone else is a lot more serious than that at the very end, and there is gonna be some dreamlike chapter at the end. I'm not sure if we can beat them right now. If not, then all I need to do is farm a bit more shells and maybe get a second healer, Sanya, away from 4-star territory, because right now she's on 4-star territory. Amazing. We're gonna skip the cutscenes at the moment because, well, you can experiment with it yourself. It's not a huge time investment. After all, it's just 4 days, right? So within 4 days you can do basically anything you want. Opponents are not there yet, so we need to talk. There is the first chest. That is maybe the second chest or third chest, we don't know. Now opponents are there. As usual they talk. I've spotted the other chest already. Now let's get going. Finally. So we got the first opponent. This costs us 5 stability, by the way, so it's quite serious. There is the other opponent, we'll have to fight them anyway, so we don't even need to sneak. There are some opponents that are like that. And there is another chest on the other side. How can we get to the other side? I think I know, because we just came from here, we entered the building, and we haven't looked here yet. So maybe we will. But the opponent is there too, so no matter where we go, we will see that opponent that we cannot just sneak and beat, because every road goes, well, not every road, we cannot even get there. So the only way to get there is through this. So unfortunately we have to fight. I mean, there is no concealing, there is no sneaking. You see. So there are some opponents that are built like this. Now let's see how the game is built. They're all blue, which means that they are strong against my Lian. Amazing. So enemy Curse Quill reduces speed, increases damage taken, reduces damage dealt by 25% and decreases defense by 60%. So this is why you have Plume, right? A fast Plume. And if you have good enough resistance, their shield magic is not even gonna work on us. I mean, this is very much like Heroes of Might and Magic, by the way, just in an anime setting. With all this, well, also like Raid Shadow Legends, so not much of a difference. Just this is a more better user experience, more user-friendly, more fair, and less predatory Raid Shadow Legends in an anime setting. A lot of people don't like the anime setting, and this is why. This is why they basically think that Etheria Restart is not a good game. But this is the best game that I've ever seen in terms of user interface. That in this genre, at least. In terms of user interface and also in terms of some of the game mechanics. There is no crazy power creep that you have to have this unit. It's not like Hero of Chaos where you have to have a specific unit, like godlike unit, first commanders, then champions, then divine heroes, then godlike. Hero of Chaos is an excellent game in itself, but it's all about the journey of stronger tech devaluing old tech. Here, a simple SR unit can win you the match. Now, let's see, there are more opponents, so we need to conceal ourselves, we need to rush here, just to save time, by the way. I'm not even sure if we're saving much time. Come on, move here. Amazing. Good. You don't know what hit you. That's the second chest. We got some shadow prints. And I'm just going this way. I'm not even sure if... first, let's see if there is anything else on the other side, because we just opened the chest. But no, there is nothing. Good. Theoretically, it doesn't make sense if we added more chests next to each other. Not many games have this type of mechanics. Let's conceal. Let's beat them. 5 stability consumed. 5 more stability consumed. There is the third chest. By the way, the scenery, the setting is excellent. You can imagine that you're there, basically somewhere in like the rainy Tokyo. Well, not rainy. The snowy Tokyo. By the way, where is the snow? We're supposed to be in an ice age. This is quite a good setting. Maybe we're not in an ice age because this is the virtual world. This is not the real world. So there is no ice age. Okay, the opponent is there and we have to fight them because they're not moving. So tough luck. Yeah, we have to. So I don't have a choice. I would prefer just ambushing because it takes less time. But you know. This happens too, that we have to do a fight. Now, level 66 opponents, they are somewhat stronger. Defense down 60%, good luck. And you know, speed wise, it's important that Plume has to be a bit faster than Lian. Because you first get defense down on the opponent and then you attack. I managed to pump up the speed of Lian already, but unfortunately your critical rate is still far too low. I mean, something like 40% or something. Some really low number. Your critical damage is quite good, because she has 2 modules, but I'm still looking for that speed critical rate, or some other critical rate module. But you know what, I will need to drop all my modules and shells after beating the game, because there is right now the magenta modules, the outstanding ones, and there are gonna be red modules after one. afterwards that come with 3 separate points. So you see, this is just golden. We're winning outdated tech right here. This is like day 2 tech, day 3 tech. Now on day 4, it's a bit... Although I still have purple modules on some of the units, because this is just fine, and I didn't really upgrade and change things temporarily for that minimal boost. Assuming that they have 6 speed, 8 speed, or whatever extra speed, double roll, triple roll. Okay, I know you need to talk a bit, but let's skip that, and let's move forward. By the way, we got everything, hopefully, so yeah, chest is there, and there is nothing else to do other than getting to the point, and then some other talk. Not much. Same amazing scenery and same amazing location, but there is really not much else that I can do other than going here. We need to go that way, so let's explore the other way. Yeah, this is where we came from, so we'll need to go right. So that's the next level. Opponent plus a chest. This is what we want. Ready the chests. Conceal first. Come closer. If you don't come closer, we have a problem. There you go. We didn't get lucky this time, so we have to fight. Now, hopefully it's not gonna be much. This is it. This is the last chapter, by the way, chapter 10. At the time of recording, at least, because they say that it's to be continued. The story will continue someday in the future, but right now this is not the top priority of the team. Okay, I might be a bit overpowered for this already on day 4. So I remember when playing in the demo, obviously I didn't know what I was doing. But throughout the whole demo, I just couldn't finish the game. So I didn't even get here. It was a long time ago. Others already knew what I knew. What I know now. So they obviously advanced faster. You need to be skilled at these things. Like, not just skilled, but also experienced. Yeah, tough luck. I wanted to run the other way, but they are kind of fast. So, anyway, we got spotted. Whenever you see a conceal, then you just press conceal. I just didn't see this quickly enough. I think what makes the whole game so much easier is Plume, basically, because it's not my team that is so strong, but Plume basically making the enemy so weak. Obviously, the game itself is a lot easier this way. Finishing in 4 days. Okay, so the opponent was there. I just wanted to go this way to see if there was anything, but we just opened the chest not too long ago. Now, there is... This is the longest chapter, by the way. So there is some talk. I think Hellkid and Doki will talk. I think this is the place. What's this place? Hidden area in the mansion. It's not that hidden. There is a secret passage. Okay, let's go through the secret passage, because we saw the secret passage. Amazing mansion once again. Seeing the top of the city. Let's go. No concealing. We cannot go up. I mean, we could in real life, but not here, because the game says... Oh, yeah, the game says just go this way. Now, Hellkid and Doki. There you go. No, this is just Doki Doki alone. And I think you know the drill by now, because we've managed to go to nightmare territory. So somehow I'm not surprised. Last time I think I lost, when I played long time ago, and I got here first. There is Shadow Sanya for as the fifth one. I cannot get rid of her. I would prefer bringing someone else. The difficulty is that it has 4 tanks that are blue. And I mean, Shadow Sanya is the worst unit that you can get. But we have to play with Shadow Sanya. She's the extra unit that is accompanying us. If I played, let's say, manually, I would have added a different skill, not skill 3 at this stage on this opponent. So they are just getting rid of their skill 3s. Okay, that was the first wave, now the second wave. 6 units, all of them blue. And as I said, Doki Doki is not the final boss. She's just the middle boss. There is gonna be one more chapter. Or no, not chapter, one more sub-chapter section. It looks very much like the final boss, but we're quite far from it. And if you know the story, in that case you also know that Hellkid is coming. Oh, I'm missing Valerian so much from this team. This is why it's a bit more difficult than normally. Valerian equalizes all the energy of everyone, and she just doesn't let my units die. And here all the units just die, and I have a Shadow Sanya instead. That's so horrible. Anyway, good luck now. You got attack down, defense down, everything down. So still need to get rid of the units because Tsukiyomi is about to die. Oh no, 2 units died. Now I'm not that hopeful. I'm not that hopeful about one thing. Are we gonna beat the game today or not? There is a chance that we won't. Because if it's so difficult now, then how am I gonna cope with the final boss? That's a big question. Please go for Shadow Sanya, not for Lian. We went for Lian, and now this is gonna be really difficult. Okay, we lost. Barely, but lost. I didn't think about this, that I could potentially lose this. What can we do? Lian is the only red unit. Yeah, this is the live recording. That's the curse of live recording. So Lian is the only red unit, and she's fine. So I won't really change team composition. Yeah, of course, like active prowess, we will activate that. But I wanted this skill's prowess. Turn meter still is kind of important. So supply pack is gone, but we can do this. Oops. 67 out of 120. Could have done the +10 button. Well, this is fine too. So activate. We can reset Lian, I don't mind. So this makes Lian a bit stronger. Also, it completes some missions. I'm still in these like weak modules. Yeah. Not much I can do. Let's see, what do we have? We don't need any of these out of the purple modules. How many do we have? 13 Swift Rush just for Wellspring. And for Wellspring, I don't think I have any of the magenta ones. Unfortunately not. I just live with what I have. I don't want to overinvest really. So I still invest a bit. Like, I would prefer Valerian, but I don't have Valerian right now. So she's good. Again, so Valerian is basically Doki Doki is not a counter but independent, because you see that yellow is not in the red green blue mechanic. We're just suffering with red right now. Still, Freya helps quite a lot. Oh, and by the way, we could upgrade her to level 44 as well, so that helps a bit. Let's see the modules. 12, 12, 12, 15, 12, 12. Let's see the HP bonus, for example. So we still have the same thing, unfortunately. So we won't be able to do much, but I think we can absolutely check these three. Neither for Freya or for someone else. So resistance, crit rate, speed. We don't have speed, so no thank you. And with these two, we already have speed. That's 2 speed. Crit rate, resistance, we don't need that. Defense bonus is excellent. So this means that I'm gonna use this and we hope for speed. There you go, we got the speed. We need to get to parity, level 12, and replace. It already costs too much silver, so I won't overinvest that much. So we got this. And regarding Tsukiyomi, ooh, this is really, really bad. Now, HP bonus is kind of scarce because I have most of these like Swift Rushes. But, and this is the big but, let's see, speed +2. Let's see if we have more speed. There you go, we got the speed +2. Resistance, critical rate, HP, critical rate, accuracy, better. Already the roll. Double roll. I think this module deserves a 15. It will stick around for a while. And then this is the pathetic module that we have. And so critical rate, attack, HP, speed. Unfortunately the speed component, but does it deserve this? To damage, defense, critical rate, attack. This is like an attacker type of module, even a gold one. I mean, here is the speed. Let's see what we have. Accuracy, amazing. Crit damage, defense. Both of them are on level 9. Both of them have speed. And I'll go to level 12 and I'll take it. And you got the 5% accuracy. There you go. Swift Rush +14. So essentially, I might have just done this for no reason. And given that Swift Rush is +14, this also implies that the shell itself must be some horrible one. Oh my god, Agent Lizard. Not passive effect, not even checked. So this is when we need to see basically what kind of shells are good for Tsukiyomi. So Tsukiyomi build. There you go. I got the build website set up. And we'll need to see the shells. just doing some live research just in case. So Jackal, Codex of Magic, they are higher one. Ember, Alicorn, Gigabyte, Lighthouse. Okay. So replace. Yeah, these are just lower level shells. Okay. So let's see what these shells do. So Jackal Guard, it's 25% boost use as well as speed plus. It's mainly the speed plus. Cycle faster in longer battles with speed plus. That's why you had Jackal Guard. An alternative was Codex of Magic, more burst oriented teams. It allows her to use S3 twice in a row. We don't have the twice in a row shell to replicate, so we can replicate the speed. And we'll need a shell. What is this? For every 3 actions accumulated by enemy units, increase the host turn meter, there you go, speed, and can be triggered up to 1 times per turn. Not bad. Not bad, and we have a lot of this. Black Flag, no. And Twilight Knight, the problem is that... well, actually there is no problem. Host takes action, deals damage with the lowest HP percentage, reduces defense, so fine. But this is not the unit for it. Let's see Diamond Heart. Before a host takes action, increases their defense by this. That applies a 2-turn... okay. A 2-turn shield. So it effectively gives shield to the lowest HP. Alright, now I got a plan. The plan is that both of them are fine. And I'm looking for a 3-3 setup with Swift Rush. There you go, Swift Rush Unbreakable. This is one option for Diamond Heart. Swift Rush Unbreakable is one option. Unfortunately, Swift Rush Bloodbath is recommended. Unbreakable is not recommended anywhere. Bramble is not recommended anywhere either. So we have just these things. Now let's see Twilight Knight in the meantime. So Swift Rush and other things, but the only thing is Onslaught. Now Onslaught is not at all compatible with what we want to do right here. Harvest, I mean, good question, but no thank you. So let's see these. I think we have the answer, and the answer is that we'll need to find that specific Swift Rush Unbreakable combination, and we had problems with defense up anyway. So let's replace, confirm, because that other shell was horrible, and go all in. Let's use some of the more pathetic combinations. Like 3-2 is still more or less fine. If we have something worse, for example 2-2, there you go. There you go, this is done. Fine. We're building a similar one, and this is fine too. So we'll go to level 30. There is a chance I won't get there, like more than level 30. Let's see. Fine, fine, and fine. And we're short on this. So you know what we need to do in this case. We'll get back to this quite soon. And what we need to do is recycling. So we go to the inventory shell, and inside the shell we just hit recycle. We don't have that many shells though, and I'm gonna recycle anything that is purple or lower. So unique, rare, we're selecting everything. We deselect the ones that we've already built. Oh, wait, we need to select all, yeah, and then deselect those that we've already built. And I won't ever need any of these shells. So confirm recycle. And we're gonna obtain 95,500 of the currency. I haven't farmed enough shells at all. Maybe we can confirm this recycle, specifically this level 10. Absolutely sure. So recycle 75 shells. This is another mission. And we're gonna go to the Animus part and we're gonna continue building Tsukiyomi's amazing shell. So here is the shell, and we'll need to empower this with 3 more. There you go. Ascend, it's just 60k after all. And unfortunately I won't be able to get too far. Level 32 is where I stop. And we'll need to now see, after the shell, to go to the modules. Here are the modules. We're at 15 in terms of Swift Rush and we're 3 at Unbreakable, which means that we need to find another Unbreakable. Preferably with some good enough substats. Now, HP, HP, HP. I got a triple HP. Now, HP, defense, accuracy are all fine. Let's see how is her accuracy doing. Pathetic. You know what this means. We have the triple HP setup. We'll need to find an accuracy Unbreakable. Preferably purple. Let's see. We can also take accuracies from others. Not Leon, not Freya. Sanya maybe, but that's not the one that I wanted. This is an accuracy one. I think Freya will need this, so I won't take it from her. But I'm more than happy to take this from Kashi. I mean, we're not using Kashi, that's why. But it's just purple. So purple against purple, I can do it if we don't have anything better. But we haven't even checked out if we have anything close to as good. So HP, critical damage, no thank you. We're looking for accuracy out of these 5. HP, defense bonus, crit damage, defense bonus, and attack bonus. Tough luck. The singletons are just purples. I'm sure we have an accuracy one out of these. Actually, I was mistaken. So then we have the backup plan, mainly that we're gonna take Kashi's this thing, this Unbreakable, and replace. There you go. And we move it up. Oh, there you go, the extra speed. To level 12 at least. These are level 12, level 15. We got the defense plus 10%. I mean, it doesn't hurt. She has quite bad defense anyway. We got the Swift Rush bonus, we got the Unbreakable bonus, and we got better shells. Talking about shells, let's see the passives. So passive here, anything HP def is fine, but preferably not single defense, but percentage based defense. This is single defense. I won't be able to do much because this is all I could afford. Healing down 5% and reason final damage. This won't work. Okay. So I need to farm a lot more shells from tomorrow. This is evident. More than evident. Okay. So after collecting the achievements, which could be shell related by the way, which makes me wonder whether I can do a lot of extra reconfigurations, like 5, 6, 7 reconfigurations I could actually do. So I wanted to do this. Let's see the shell. This is a pathetic shell anyway. So here, what do we need? Accuracy or damage taken? Let's see, reconfigure the third one, because this is a completely useless one. Final damage dealt for constant. No. This one, odd final damage dealt. I mean, it's better than reasoned final damage dealt because we're odd. But this is the default final damage taken minus 3%. So we're gonna override this one. And here it's definitely speed that we're looking for. But if it's shield, it's shield. Okay. So we have 3 options. Critical rate, no. This would be excellent for Lian. His luck and critical rate, but definitely no. What is this? Resistance 19%, will take it. I'm not seeing anything better. If we see raw speed, then that would make sense, but we didn't. So now we're gonna move ahead. I'm wondering if I'm gonna be able to beat the boss after Doki, because this one is gonna be a long shot anyway. Let's see if you can bring Valerian in the team in any ways, because I'm wondering if it's Valerian that we need, or some sort of a healers. Unfortunately, we have to work with Shadow Sanya, and there is no one synergizing really with Shadow Sanya, so we don't have a Heinrich, for example, we don't have anyone else really. So this is the big problematic situation. And we didn't get the speed extra either, so we're moving ahead. So we need Plume, we need Lian, we just upgraded Tsukiyomi. Instead of Freya I could bring in Valerian, but would I? No. Let's just use the same team. We're at a disadvantage because our main damage dealer is essentially Lian, who is bad against blue. Now Tsukiyomi got a lot, or somewhat faster. She's now before Lian. There is gonna be one change that I'm gonna make. I'll press the auto button quite soon to make it manual. But first, let's kill at least one unit or 2 units. Rather 2 units. Okay, good. So auto is now done, single damage, there you go. And now we have 4 steps, so we don't need any dispel, we just need an... Wait a minute. So... this is an AoE, what is this? The weak shell right flames fine, deals 3 hits to all enemies. I'll just use a simple one. Okay, single damage. We need to work with the cooldown, so the longer they survive, the better. You see, AoE's cooldown is basically back. Okay, and now you can continue on auto. This is the one change that I made with respect to the previous playthrough. After all, we're at a big disadvantage fighting against blue. But Lian is still dealing a lot of damage, especially with her upgraded kit. And you know what this means, I'll be able to make progress in Ember Track, I'll be able to make progress also in Async Echoes everywhere. And this is just the 4th day. Sooner or later I learn how to play this. And by the way, with my main account, I don't even need to learn this much anymore, because I'm farming the right things, and it's just time until my account becomes competitive enough. So I'm not in a hurry there. Okay, a huge difference with just these little upgrades. So you see, shells make a big difference, also Lian's extra skill. Okay, that was Doki. I don't think we're gonna do much on this section, we're gonna get the final section and the final boss as well. That we will see on Ember Track level 42 as well, if I ever get there on this account. I don't know if a 1-month-old account will clear Ember Track 42. Maybe, maybe not, who knows. Now this black background should really go away. Some loading. Yeah, there you go. More opponents and the usual bomb. So we're gonna go to the dream. So matter of time. Also Lingluos invite. So you see that there is gonna be more things coming, because we're not even seeing Lingluo anywhere. That's the meanwhile we're gonna get to that other place. The Dreamland. Haven't seen this for a long time. So this is that extra Dreamland. And let's just skip these cutscenes. And let's get to the final part. Looks like you're messed up, as usual. So orders, and we're gonna get that final boss, I think. No, still not. Okay, this is the final one, section 10.3. So we just need to get there, as usual. This is very much like Experiment 33, by the way, with these graphics. Back then they couldn't have known it. Oh, before that there is Hellkid. Okay. I didn't know that. But fortunately Hellkid is not supposed to be a problem. Maybe he is, but he's not supposed to be a major problem, major hurdle. Yeah, we have to use Sanya as usual. I will use the same team regardless. I started building the thing, by the way, because I just got the thing. Because, you know, I need a backup plan once I reset Lian. This is so much easier. There is no second wave. They haven't even moved. Now they have moved. Could move once. So I think with the new shell the stat checks are so much better. They don't even stand a chance. Okay, this was the first one, and then there is gonna be a second one. I forgot that we had to battle Hellkid actually. Yeah, because this is the big final boss. Quite theatrical. Hopefully we will have Sanya at least. No, don't accept your fate, come and fight with on our side. Because we will need a healer. I really hope that is gonna be the case. Because we're gonna battle this big opponent quite soon. It's called Lindell. Yeah, that one. Also the Dreamscape main opponent. As well as the Embertrack final opponent. And this is really the last one. Now, either win or lose, these are two options. If I lose, then maybe this will be finished tomorrow. Big deal. I think I can still farm everything I want. I will use the same team. Unfortunately, we still have Shadow Sanya. We're still outspeeding the opponent. This is excellent. I'm not saying this is gonna be a piece of cake, by far not, but look at this, Lian has two... Yeah, Lian could move twice before Linda could even move. And what a move. So we didn't even have much. We just have buffs, not even debuffs. So I don't know, the most difficult opponent in this campaign seems to be Doki. Perfect timing as well. Still need to survive because we don't have Sanya. We just have Shadow Sanya, unfortunately. What was this? Did we lose this? Or did we just... was this choreographed like this? Because we were winning. And if this is just a loss because the fight itself took too much time, then you know that we need to deal a bit more damage. But no, there is a new cutscene, which means that basically we won. I think this is all we had to do. And then basically we managed to just defeat the opponent. And we're gonna get Sanya back as well. Yeah, this is gonna be enough to defeat you, so you're already dead, I think. There you go. So this was the final, in 4 days. It's doable. Just get Plume. You can even reroll until you get Plume. Some people did it, I didn't. And then basically this is just the final, nothing really changes, so there is this place. We found Sanya, amazing. But the system is a bit buggy. The system is very buggy, it seems. Now we have to go to another place. I don't know why. So, this is not a cutscene, we cannot skip this. Unfortunately. So we'll need to somehow just wait until it's done. So that was the campaign. And this means that we got Ember Track to level 18, now a lot more because we got a bit stronger. I think I'm gonna be able to farm Hell quite soon. Just please finish this. Yeah, out of control, we know, just... we cannot accelerate the talk. I'm finding the source of the mysterious sound. Now I found it. Okay, so that's the cutscene. Blurry figure and Bayontin comes. Amazing. I haven't even pulled Bayontin. It's gonna be Etheria restart, so this means that we're gonna restart it again. Let's remember a name. Okay. So the version stops here. And yeah, chapter 10 is complete. We got 1 summon and we got 50 Hydra crystals for our efforts, and we drained our stability. Level 40 is also important within a week, because then we can play the Curse City equivalent. I forgot its name, but there is also that. So we still have 60 stability, amazing. So in the challenge part, it's called Ethernet Rally. You can still play this before level 40, but right now I'm on level 33. And I think there is gonna be a new one in like 7 days or so. Or 8 days. And we need to get there before that to get the rewards. So level 10 unlocks some things in here in the challenge, including some new GP out or investigation levels. I think what I'm gonna do after ending the video is going to level 23, 24, 25 of investigation, because that will do the level ups faster. And then I clear Ember track to as long as possible, or as much as possible, and anything echoes is also something I need to clear. Because you see there are some bottlenecks, you always follow this. So here it's just clear Dahlia, it's just time, because I didn't have time to do this. Here, level 35, I cannot do anything about it, it has to happen tomorrow. Except if I sacrifice all my stabilities, but then I would sacrifice my 2x event potential. Nightmare 3 Taromaton is gonna happen maybe even today, I still have 60 stabilities for that. Now, this is a bit more difficult for the Bramble modules, because then I would need to farm something and I don't have stability today. Shell tuning is doable, but rather not doable because of lacking materials, so it's not today. Arena trials, if I wanted to win, let's say 4 more arena fights, I could do it, but I don't have to. I can also do it tomorrow. So these are the things that still may keep me busy if I wanted to optimize things. Summoning wise, there is not much I can do right now, so I'm just collecting the summons, at least the permanent ones. There are 61 right now, so maybe I could even get all the way until pity, so I have like 70, so it's quite close to pity. So this means that I could get another round, but who knows what next week brings, so I might as well just focus on my current units. I hardly have enough resources to train them, and then next week we will see. Obviously, just the last thing as a reminder in the events. There is this reset event somewhere. Before that, let's do the task progress. So we're claiming this thing. There is the reset event somewhere. The reconfigure event. So you can do this until the end of Wednesday. And then the summons will happen on Thursday. So even if you wanted to keep Lian, just reset her and just build her back if you prefer keeping Lian, because you didn't get luck with next week's summon. But I have an impression that if you want to compete in any ways, you will have to reset and throw away Lian altogether. This was the day 4 summary. See you in the next video.